Are you sick and tired of being sent back to the lobby by preds with more kills on one legend than you have on the entire game? Well, you're not the only one. Despite Apex's popularity, pubs has me feeling like my man Subaru, the way I'd be getting killed over and over every game by the same 4K 20 bomb Masters players. I mean, with over 600,000 people playing on Steam alone, you'd think the algorithm would be able to find a few fair games, right? Well, after being thirsted by a pred Watson with over 70,000 kills for the third game in a row, I decided to find an answer. If you've been playing Apex for a hot minute, then you're probably familiar with the matchmaking system they use. Skill-based matchmaking, or SBMM, emphasis on the quotes around skill-based. This godforsaken system is what killed casual gaming entirely. It's the reason you keep getting shit on in every game you play. And ironically, the system was made to make the casual experience more enjoyable. So, you know, make the game fun by keeping the 48-year-old father of three fuse main coming home from their 9 to 5 out of the same lobbies as a fucking TTV Wraith player. It seems that the universal solution to this is SBMM. On paper, the whole skill-based matchmaking thing sounds pretty solid, but then a new challenger approaches. Short attention spans. Finding a fair game can take some time, and because Apex can't get the rights to put fucking Subway Surfers gameplay on everybody's screen between matches, they're worried that if you wait more than 30 seconds to find a match, then you're just gonna go play something else. So the issue is, if the matchmaking were to find a 100% fair match every time, then players would be waiting fucking forever when they're queuing. So this might make you ask yourself, oh, Respawn just decided that it would be fastest to put fucking TTV 0 bitches 69 against some random Bangalore 613274931 because they both got 1 kill in their last game? Well, yeah, that's pretty much exactly what they're fucking doing. This is why Apex's approach to SBMM makes my brain hurt. Respawn's solution is that instead of evaluating every individual player's skill, they just throw everyone into a bucket of varying skill levels so you don't have to wait as long for a game. Right now, they have 4 buckets. There's newbie, dog shit, casual, and giga sweat. The thing that makes absolutely no sense is why there's only 4 buckets. Are you saying that every player's skill can be boiled down to 4 levels? No, you aren't, because you literally have 8 ranks in your own fucking competitive mode. So why do they think 4 buckets in pubs are gonna make any fair matches? The community has been complaining about pubs being sweatier than ranked for years now. But, you know, unfortunately fucking fixing it would require them to stop making any recolored collection events, so it might not be a big priority for them at the moment. Something is seriously fucked up with the current matchmaking system. Respawn says that it works better the more players there are, but they've never had more players and all of the lobbies are still hot ass. Sure, the server you play on can have some factor in that, but there's also millions of people that play Apex every day. Do they need the entire northern fucking hemisphere to be playing just to find one marginally fair game? It just doesn't make any sense. If I'm playing on Steam with nearly 600,000 other people, there's no way in hell that there isn't at least 59 of them that are remotely the same skill level as me. And that doesn't even count all the cross-platform people Steam doesn't account for. Okay, listen to this. Last season, less than 0.6% of players were Masters or higher. So why the fuck am I dying to Masters and Pred players every single game? I'm flattered that you think I'm in the top 0.6% of players, but I can promise you that I don't feel the same way, okay? One fucking look at the gameplay and you can tell me for sure. I don't think that's where I'm supposed to be playing. It just doesn't make any sense. Do you want to know the reason why it feels like you're dying to Preds and Masters every game? Well, I can tell you, it's because the current matchmaking system is completely fucked. It doesn't work. Well, why doesn't it work? Everyone can't be grouped into 4 fucking skill buckets. The sweats who aren't sweaty enough to play with the real fucking sweats are playing against the casuals who aren't casual enough to play with the real fucking casuals, so the lobbies are always shit. The skill disparity in a normal match is so large that it's not even fun to play anymore. Respawn's approach to SBMM is so flawed. Instead of using, you know, accurate long-term account data, it just relies on your recent performance to group everybody into their skill tiers. And because of this, people take advantage of it by intentionally landing hot and dying off drop so that they can get into shitter lobbies. Have you ever wondered how some of your favorite creators keep getting 20+ kill games like almost daily, or how so many people have more than like 20,000 kills? Well, it's because they're exploiting the matchmaking to farm kills. Like, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of amazing players like It's Timmy, Fade, Asu, all of them who are just really fucking good at the game. But on top of that, they're also unintentionally benefiting from the fucked matchmaking system. If you watch any of their streams, they land hot every game, right? And sometimes when they land hot, they just die off rip. And if you're landing hot and dying off rip over and over and over, you're basically just telling the game that the lobbies you're in are too hard. So it starts to just put you in easier and easier lobbies. And then eventually, you know, you're ending up in lobbies where you're playing against normal people who can't even perform, you know, one simple fucking triple instinct animation, cancel, wall bounce, ultra jump, no clip. Like, they can't do any of this shit. So it just leads to good players farming kills and badges while pretty much ruining the whole experience for any newer players. Granted, this season with the addition of orientation matches, the new player experience is significantly better. But as soon as any new player is out of these orientation matches, they basically just become a victim. If the community has been so vocal about the system being absolute dog shit, then why hasn't Respawn done anything about it yet? Well, hold on to your asshole, because Respawn's finally gonna do something about their shitty system. Kind of, at some point. They did officially announce they're ditching the old system in favor of a more accurate system. This new one uses many more buckets in hopes that it allows our matchmaking algorithm to make better decisions when placing players into matches. Apparently, they've already started rolling out this new system onto certain servers. They just haven't said which ones, and according to them, it has been working, but we haven't heard much about this new and improved system since it was announced back at the beginning of season 15. So fingers crossed it's not just a bunch of BS and that matchmaking will finally stop being a complete shit show. Matchmaking feels worse this season than it's ever felt before. And apparently I'm not the only one who feels this way. This makes me wonder if they've already started rolling out the new matchmaking system onto most servers, because if that's the case, then we're fucked, boys. I'm almost impressed by how I always manage to die to a 3 stack of Masters players when I'm solo queuing. Like, there's no fucking way every player in this game is in the top 0.6%. It doesn't make any sense. It's honestly just discouraging at this point. The current system doesn't even let me play with my friends because the lobbies are so fucked. I'll play with my friend who's level 17 and we're just getting stomped by preds back to back. Like, it's fucking boring. With Apex's current popularity, there's really no excuse to have such a tedious matchmaking system, especially in pubs. I swear fucking Hyperscape had more balanced games than Apex, and that game peaked at like 20 players. Unranked today is simply just competitive for people too intimidated to play competitive, and honestly, it feels worse than just playing real competitive like 90% of the time. I want to be hopeful that Respawn's going to fix the matchmaking soon, especially considering that they decided to not release a Legend this season so they could focus on things like this, which is totally fine, by the way, assuming they actually fix things instead of just, you know, releasing an old heirloom with a different color again for $160. On the bright side, it could always be worse. At least we don't play Warzone. If you thought this video was interesting, you should totally check out this other one that's even cooler and way more interesting than this one, LOL.